If you've noticed swelling in your ankles, heaviness in your legs, or visible veins that seem to be getting worse, you might be dealing with something far more serious than you realize. Blood clots and poor circulation in your legs aren't just uncomfortable, they're potentially life-threatening. But what if I told you that one specific vitamin, when used correctly, has the scientifically proven ability to help dissolve existing clots and prevent new ones from forming? I'm Dr. Susan Parker, wellness and longevity advocate, and today I'm revealing the exact vitamin protocol that could save your legs and possibly your life. Let me be direct about what's happening inside your legs right now if you have circulation issues. Your blood vessels contain a delicate balance between clotting and flowing. When that balance tips toward excessive clotting, dangerous blockages form in your deep leg veins. These clots can break loose, travel through your bloodstream, and lodge in your lungs, causing a pulmonary embolism that can be fatal within minutes. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people experience this exact scenario, and many never saw it coming. The conventional medical approach is blood-thinning medication, often for life, with regular monitoring and significant bleeding risks. These medications work, but they come with a price: increased bruising, bleeding complications, dietary restrictions, and constant medical supervision. What most doctors won't tell you is that there's a natural alternative that's been hiding in plain sight for decades, supported by robust scientific research, but largely ignored because it can't be patented or profited from in the same way. That vitamin is vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form, and its ability to manage blood clotting is nothing short of remarkable. But here's the critical detail that changes everything. Vitamin K2 doesn't just thin your blood indiscriminately like medications do. Instead, it regulates your clotting system intelligently, preventing dangerous clots where you don't want them while maintaining your ability to clot normally when you need it, like when you get a cut. Before we go deeper, you need to understand how blood clots form and why your legs are particularly vulnerable. When you sit for long periods, when circulation slows due to weak vessel walls, or when inflammation damages the lining of your veins, your blood begins to pool and thicken. Clotting factors in your blood start to activate, forming sticky networks of fibrin protein that trap blood cells, creating a solid mass that blocks flow. Your body has a natural system to break down these clots, enzymes that dissolve fibrin and restore normal circulation. But as you age, especially after 50, this system becomes less efficient. Clots form faster than your body can dissolve them, leading to chronic venous insufficiency, varicose veins, deep vein thrombosis, and ultimately, potentially fatal pulmonary embolism. Vitamin K2 works by activating proteins that regulate where calcium goes in your body. You might wonder what calcium has to do with blood clots, and here's the fascinating connection. When calcium deposits in your blood vessel walls, it makes them stiff and damaged, creating the perfect environment for clots to form. Vitamin K2 keeps calcium out of your arteries and veins, maintaining flexible, healthy vessels that resist clot formation. But K2's clot-fighting ability goes even deeper. It activates a protein called matrix Gley protein, or MGP, which directly inhibits the calcification of soft tissues, including blood vessels. Studies show that people with adequate K2 levels have significantly lower rates of arterial calcification and venous thrombosis compared to those who are deficient. In one landmark study, participants with the highest K2 intake had a 57% lower risk of dying from cardiovascular events compared to those with the lowest intake. Now, here's where most people go wrong. They hear about vitamin K and start taking vitamin K1, the form found in leafy greens. But K1 and K2 are completely different in function. K1 is primarily involved in blood clotting at injury sites, which is important, but it doesn't help with dissolving existing clots or preventing pathological clots in your veins. For that specific purpose, you need K2 and specifically the MK7 form. MK7 is the most bioavailable and longest-lasting form of K2. A single dose stays active in your bloodstream for up to 72 hours, providing continuous protection. The MK4 form, another type of K2, only lasts a few hours and requires multiple daily doses to be effective. For managing leg circulation and clot prevention, MK7 is the clear choice. The optimal dose for addressing circulation issues and existing clot concerns is between 180 and 320 micrograms daily. Most supplement bottles contain 100 micrograms, which is good for general health maintenance but insufficient for therapeutic clot management. You want a high-quality MK7 supplement, preferably derived from natto, a fermented soy food that's the richest natural source of this vitamin. But timing and combination matter enormously. Vitamin K2 is fat-soluble, meaning it needs dietary fat to be absorbed properly. Take your K2 supplement with a meal that contains healthy fats, like eggs, avocado, olive oil, or fatty fish. Taking it on an empty stomach or with a fat-free meal wastes most of the dose, as it passes through without being absorbed. Also critical is the combination with vitamin D3. These two vitamins work synergistically in ways that amplify their individual effects. D3 helps your body produce the proteins that K2 then activates. Without adequate D3, K2 can't perform its clot-preventing, calcium-regulating functions effectively. The ideal combination is 180 to 320 micrograms of K2-MK7 with 4,000 to 5,000 IU of D3 daily, both taken with a fat-containing meal. Magnesium is the third crucial piece of this puzzle. Magnesium helps activate vitamin D, and it also directly supports vascular health by relaxing blood vessel walls and preventing the cramping and spasms that contribute to poor circulation. A dose of 400 to 500 milligrams of magnesium glycinate or citrate daily completes this powerful trio. Let me share the story of Margaret, a 64-year-old woman who came to me with severe leg swelling, visible varicose veins, and a recent diagnosis of a small clot in her left calf. Her doctor wanted to start her on blood thinners immediately, but Margaret was terrified of the bleeding risks because she had a history of stomach ulcers. We discussed the K2 protocol as a complementary approach under her doctor's supervision. Margaret started taking 200 micrograms of K2-MK7 with 5,000 IU of D3 and 400 milligrams of magnesium daily, all with her breakfast that included eggs and avocado. Within 3 weeks, the swelling in her legs had noticeably decreased. By 6 weeks, the heaviness and achiness she'd experienced for years had significantly improved. Her doctor was surprised at her follow-up ultrasound 3 months later. The small clot had resolved, and her venous flow had improved measurably. Margaret's case isn't unique. The research supporting K2 for vascular health and clot prevention is substantial. A Japanese study following over 4,000 participants for 7 years found that those with the highest dietary intake of K2 had significantly lower rates of venous thrombosis and cardiovascular mortality. Another study showed that K2 supplementation reduced arterial stiffness by 34% in just 6 weeks. Now, I need to address an important concern. If you're already taking blood-thinning medication like warfarin, you need to approach vitamin K2 very carefully. Warfarin works by blocking vitamin K activity, so adding K2 could theoretically interfere with the medication. However, recent research suggests that consistent, daily K2 supplementation can actually stabilize warfarin dosing and reduce dangerous fluctuations. But this must be done only under close medical supervision with regular INR monitoring. If you're on newer blood thinners like rivaroxaban, apixaban, or dabigatran, the interaction concern is lower because these drugs don't work by blocking vitamin K. Still, Inform your doctor before starting any supplement protocol, especially one designed to affect clotting. For those not on blood thinners but dealing with early signs of circulation problems, the K2 protocol is remarkably safe. Vitamin K2 has no established upper toxicity limit because excess is simply excreted. The only contraindication is if you have a rare genetic condition affecting vitamin K metabolism, which your doctor would already know about. Beyond just taking the supplement, there are specific lifestyle strategies that amplify K2's clot-dissolving effects dramatically. First is movement, specifically calf muscle activation. Your calf muscles act as a pump, squeezing veins and propelling blood back toward your heart against gravity. When you sit still for hours, this pump stops working and blood pools in your lower legs, creating the perfect environment for clots. Every hour, perform 30 calf raises. Simply stand and lift your heels off the ground, rising onto your toes, then lower back down. This simple movement contracts your calf muscles powerfully, pumping stagnant blood out of your legs. Do this religiously. Set a timer on your phone if necessary, and you'll notice reduced swelling and heaviness within days. Second is elevation. Whenever you're sitting or lying down, elevate your legs above heart level. This uses gravity to assist blood flow back to your heart, reducing venous pressure and giving your circulation system a break. Even 15 minutes of elevation 3 times daily makes a measurable difference in leg swelling and clot risk. Third is hydration, but with a specific strategy. Dehydration makes your blood thicker and more prone to clotting. But overhydration without adequate electrolytes can dilute your blood excessively without improving flow. Drink 8 to 10 glasses of water daily, but add a pinch of sea salt or an electrolyte supplement to 1 or 2 of those glasses. This maintains optimal blood viscosity, not too thick, not too thin. Fourth is avoiding prolonged sitting or standing in one position. If your work requires sitting, stand and walk for 5 minutes every hour. If you stand all day, shift your weight frequently and flex your ankles regularly to keep blood moving. Long flights and car trips are particularly dangerous. Make it a rule to move every hour without exception. Compression stockings are also valuable, but most people use them wrong. You want graduated compression stockings, tighter at the ankle and gradually looser up the leg. This design helps push blood upward efficiently. Put them on first thing in the morning before swelling develops, and wear them throughout the day, removing them only at night. Let's talk about foods that naturally support your K2 levels and enhance the clot-dissolving protocol. Natto, the fermented soy food, contains astronomical amounts of K2-MK7, about 1,000 micrograms per 100-gram serving. If you can tolerate its strong flavor and sticky texture, eating natto 2 to 3 times weekly provides therapeutic K2 levels naturally. Mix it with rice, soy sauce, and mustard to make it more palatable. Fermented cheeses like Gouda, Brie, and Edam contain moderate amounts of K2, around 50 to 75 micrograms per ounce. Egg yolks from pasture-raised chickens provide K2 along with healthy fats that support absorption. Grass-fed butter and ghee also contain K2, though in smaller amounts. Building these foods into your regular diet creates a foundation of K2 intake that supplements can then enhance. Avoid foods that worsen circulation and promote clotting. Excessive omega-6 fatty acids from vegetable oils, processed foods, and grain-fed meats increase inflammation in your blood vessels, promoting clot formation. Trans fats, found in many packaged baked goods and fried foods, directly damage vessel walls and increase clotting factors. Excess sugar causes glycation, a process where sugar molecules stick to proteins in your blood, making them sticky and prone to clumping. Instead, focus on anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids from wild-caught fish, walnuts, and flax seeds. These fats make your blood cells more flexible and less likely to clump together. They also reduce the inflammatory signals that trigger excessive clotting. Aim for fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines at least 3 times weekly. Antioxidant-rich foods also support vascular health and complement K2's effects. Berries, especially blueberries and blackberries, contain compounds that strengthen blood vessel walls and reduce oxidative damage that contributes to clotting. Dark leafy greens provide not only K1, but also magnesium and other minerals that support circulation. Garlic has natural blood-thinning properties that synergize beautifully with K2. Now let's address the warning signs that your leg circulation is in trouble and you need to act immediately. Sudden swelling in one leg, but not the other, is a red flag for deep vein thrombosis. Pain or tenderness in your calf, especially if it feels warm to the touch, requires immediate medical evaluation. Redness or discoloration of the skin, particularly if it appears suddenly, could indicate a clot. Shortness of breath, chest pain, or coughing up blood are emergency symptoms suggesting a clot has traveled to your lungs. If you experience any of these, don't wait to start a supplement protocol. Call emergency services immediately. Blood clots in the lungs can be fatal within minutes, and every second counts. But for chronic circulation issues, the gradual heaviness, the slow progression of varicose veins, the persistent swelling that worsens throughout the day, the K2 protocol offers a powerful preventive and therapeutic approach. Many people notice improvements within 2 to 4 weeks: reduced swelling, less achiness, better tolerance for standing or walking, and a general sense that their legs feel lighter and healthier. The mechanism makes perfect sense when you understand vascular biology. As K2 removes calcium deposits from your vessel walls, they become more flexible and elastic. This improved flexibility allows better blood flow and reduces the turbulence and stagnation that promote clotting. As inflammation decreases and vessel walls heal, the hypercoagulable state that leads to clots gradually normalizes. I want to emphasize that this isn't about replacing medical care. If you have diagnosed clotting disorders, a history of multiple clots, genetic clotting conditions, or active thrombosis, you need medical treatment, likely including prescription anticoagulants. But for the millions of people with early circulation problems, venous insufficiency, or moderate clot risk, the K2 protocol offers a natural, safe, and effective approach that works with your body's healing systems. Track your progress objectively. Measure the circumference of your ankles and calves at the same time each day, preferably in the morning before swelling develops. Write down these measurements weekly. You should see gradual reduction in swelling as circulation improves. Note your energy levels and how your legs feel at the end of the day. As venous pressure decreases and blood flow improves, that heavy, tired feeling should diminish noticeably. Also, pay attention to your skin. Poor circulation causes skin changes, dryness, discoloration, slow healing of minor cuts or scrapes. As your circulation improves with the K2 protocol, your skin should look healthier, more vibrant, with better color and faster healing. One final crucial point: consistency is everything. Taking K2 sporadically won't produce results. Your body needs steady, daily intake to maintain the activated proteins that prevent calcification and clotting. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush once a week and expect healthy gums. You brush daily. The same principle applies to vascular health and clot prevention. Make your K2 supplement part of your morning routine. Put the bottle next to your breakfast plate as a visual reminder. Take it with your eggs, your avocado toast, your morning coffee with full-fat cream, whatever fat-containing breakfast you normally eat. This simple daily habit, combined with the movement strategies and dietary improvements, creates a comprehensive approach to leg circulation that addresses the root causes rather than just managing symptoms. Your legs carry you through life, literally. They deserve the best care you can give them. Blood clots and circulation problems aren't inevitable consequences of aging. They're preventable and often reversible with the right knowledge and consistent action. Vitamin K2 gives you a powerful tool to fight back against clotting, calcification, and venous insufficiency. Starting today, you have a clear path forward. Get a high-quality K2 MK7 supplement with at least 180 micrograms per dose. Combine it with D3 and magnesium. Take it daily with a fat-containing meal. Move your legs regularly throughout the day. Elevate them when you can. Eat foods that support circulation and avoid those that harm it. Track your progress. And give your body the time it needs to heal and rebalance. The heaviness will lift, the swelling will decrease, the visible veins may fade, and most importantly, your risk of life-threatening clots will drop significantly. You'll feel the difference not just in your legs, but in your overall energy and confidence, knowing you're taking powerful action to protect your vascular health. Share this information with others who struggle with leg circulation, who've been told they just have to live with it, who fear the prospect of lifelong blood thinners. This simple vitamin protocol can change lives by preventing suffering and saving lives that would otherwise be lost to preventable clots. Your circulation is too important to ignore or accept as unchangeable. With vitamin K2 and the complete protocol I've outlined, you have everything you need to dissolve existing problems and prevent future ones. Here's to healthy legs, clear vessels, and the freedom to move through life without fear of what's happening beneath the surface. See you in the next video.